now on Newswatch 18.
Today there's a lot of work that goes into it, and just to see, the craziness, I guess, that goes on, but it's so organized in everything they do.
It was an event that brought out the dancing fever in over 700 students. Get an inside look on what the 2011 Dance Marathon meant for families and sick children.
January is Stalking Awareness Month. Find out how one campus organization is helping to combat harassments on campus.
The background in Studio B is just a little bit different this semester. We'll show you what changed and more tonight on Newswatch 18.
Chris Cuellar and Aaron Bowers, sports. Newswatch 18 starts now.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Chris Cuellar.
And I'm Madison Speck.
The Iowa House Judiciary Committee approved a proposal on Monday to amend the Iowa Constitution to ban same-sex marriages. The amendment would prohibit same-sex marriage and also deny state recognition to civil unions and domestic partnerships. The resolution is expected to pass through the Iowa House of Representatives, where 60 of the 100 seats are Republican after November's election. The resolution reads, quote, "Marriage between one man and one woman shall be the only legal union valid or recognized in this state," end quote. A public hearing about the proposal is expected in Des Moines sometime next week.
The GSB election is just around the corner, but the process is already hitting speed bumps. Election Commissioner Nick Davis has resigned from his position, citing frustration with several issues. GSB President Luke Rowling says those issues had to do with ongoing contentions between Davis and several other GSB senators. Davis faced several impeachment charges before resigning. He says he thinks the process wasn't fair.
In my opinion, they were not satisfied with me not getting removed the last time, so they came up with some, in my opinion, just really asinine accusations, and it was, at that point, it was just not worth my time anymore to continue.
GSB President Rowling has appointed Mary Beth Kunkowski as the replacement election commissioner. This will be her third year serving on the election commission.
The Iowa Workforce Development announced Tuesday that unemployment in the state of Iowa dropped to a low 6.3% in December, down from an already pretty low 6.6% in November. The decline was the largest of the year, and the 6.3% rate was the lowest of 2010. For December, the national rate of unemployment was down, but still at 9.4%. Leisure and hospitality were the departments with the biggest gains in Iowa, with the state and private sectors adding 1,500 jobs from November to December.
The chilly weather is everything we can expect from January in Iowa, but students in the Great Hall of the Memorial Union kept things hot this weekend at Dance Marathon.
ISUTV's Josh Larson is in the studio with us and was there to witness it all. Josh?
No, that's right. Imagine a sea of teal shirts rocking away for 15 hours straight. That's enough to heat up any room, but the cause they were behind will warm your hearts, too.
Sorry, we're having some technical difficulties. The SLOSS Women's Center held a discussion on stalking today as a way to bring attention to Stalking Awareness Month. The panel featured members of the Dean of Student Staff and an ISU police officer. Stalking and harassment are continuing problems for many Iowa State students, and the SLOSS Women's Center and panelists wanted students to know they are there to help. The discussion was just the first in the SLOSS House's new Take Time on Tuesday campaign. This program will feature discussions that are open to students and will be held at the SLOSS House on Central Campus from noon to 1 on Tuesday afternoons.
Well, Studio B got a makeover during winter break, one of hopefully many future changes to the ISUtv headquarters. Newswatch is fortunate enough to be the first show to debut our tight and clean new background, and in this video you can see a little self-promoting action of us setting up the background itself. A big thank you goes out to the dedicated crew of ISUtv and friends that helped in making our shows look a little bit better every day.
Well, coming up after the break, we have all things Cyclone sports, so stay tuned.
Nobody cares what happens to her money. Well, that's just not true. For 75 years, the FDIC has protected the money you deposit in banks. Those depositors have never lost one penny in the history of the FDIC. So here's the bottom line. You just can't put your money in the bank and not know how FDIC insurance works. You have got to make sure your money is 100% protected. So I want you to go to myfdicinsurance.gov and click on Edie the Estimator. In just a few simple steps, Edie lets you know if all your money is safe and sound. If I were you, I would want to know that. Who cares more about your money than you, me, and the FDIC?
Susie's right. Visit myfdicinsurance.gov and use Edie the Estimator, because the more you know, the safer your money.
After a car accident, Linda Davis needed CPR. Bill Hamilton needed temporary shelter when a fire destroyed his home. During an operation, Haley Reynolds needed a blood transfusion.
Excuse me, may I go into that room, please?
Next year, revenue growth again will be a focus.
Thank you for giving me blood.
Thank you for giving me shelter.
Thank you for saving my life.
Support the Red Cross and change a life, starting with your own.
Welcome back. The Iowa State men's basketball team will be glad to return home tomorrow after a 2-game road trip last week. The Cyclones went 0-2 last week with an overtime loss to Oklahoma State and a loss to Missouri on Saturday. Tomorrow, the Cyclones play host to Texas Tech. Both teams are at the bottom of the Big 12 and both looking for their second conference win. Last season, Texas Tech knocked off Iowa State down in Lubbock. Tip-off is scheduled for 8 p.m. inside Hilton Coliseum, and you can catch the game live on the Cyclone Television Network. The Iowa State women's basketball team will also be back in action tomorrow night. They traveled to Lincoln to do battle with Nebraska. Iowa State is coming off a 51-60 loss to Texas A&M last Saturday. Cyclones will once again need a strong performance from lone senior Kelsey Bolte. Bolte is averaging just over 34 minutes per game and shooting nearly 50% from the field. The Cyclones are looking for their 14th win of the year and their second conference win. The Huskers and Cyclones tip off at 7:05 tomorrow night in Lincoln. The Iowa State football team received a commitment from Aaron Horn, a junior college receiver from Oakland, California. Last season at City College of San Francisco, Horn made 51 receptions, tallied nearly 1,200 yards, and scored 12 touchdowns. Horn played at the same community college as quarterback Steele Jantz, who committed to Iowa State a couple weeks earlier. Horn will join the team for spring practice, which begins March 22nd, and will be on the field for the annual Iowa State spring game, April 1st. Finally, the Iowa State Athletic Department has issued a new Iowa State Athletics application for the iPhone. The application will be powered by Cyclones.com. Fans will be able to receive news, scores, and schedules for all of Iowa State's varsity sports. The application will cost fans a one-time fee of $4.99. And coming up next here on Newswatch 18, Rachel Witter joins us for a weather break.
Green, green, green. It's your home, it's your dream. Radon testing, keep it healthy and clean. Make it green, green, green.
Making it green is making sure the air in your home is healthy for your family to breathe. Make sure you test your home for the presence of radon. It's easy. To learn more, call 866-730-GREEN. Preserve your family's health and well-being. Get your home tested. Now that's living healthy and green.
Green, green. your home, it's your dream. Radon testing, keep it healthy and clean. Make it green, green, green.
To learn more, call 866-730-GREEN.
My name is Nancy.
Hi, my name is Priscilla and I'm 11 years old.
Priscilla had a heart transplant when she was 2.5 years old. She was 3 weeks old when I took her in the emergency room, and at that point she had a size of a 1-year-old heart. It was very frightening knowing that at any time I can lose my daughter. When Priscilla had a heart transplant, her surgeon then told me that she would not have survived one more day without the transplant. My daughter right now is in 5th grade. She's doing a lot of things. Last year she started playing the violin. Nothing is out there that she can't do. She goes swimming, she bikes, she loves to play jump rope. Because of this experience, I have learned to appreciate the smaller things of life.
You have the power to donate life. Be an organ, eye, and tissue donor. To find out how, go today to iowadonorregistry.org.
We're going to toss it back to Josh one more time here. A little bit about Dance Marathon.
Right, we were talking about Dance Marathon. Imagine all these people dancing, and it's a really heart-touching story. Let's watch this time.
I bring you arts-enriched Raisinblams, fortified with increased test scores and creative problem-solving skills.
It's good!
And good for you.
Bobby? Susie?
Don't worry, that's just the power of the arts!
Feed your kids the arts. For 10 simple ways to learn how, visit AmericansForTheArts.org.
Newswatch.
Well, the DVD, I guess, was not to be had tonight. Maybe we'll see a Dance Marathon story sometime down the road.
Thursday, so tune in
Hopefully.
Thursday. And thanks for watching us tonight, and we will see you then.